Okay, guys, let's get into our first topic. Let's not bury the lead because really all the news right now, there's a ton of it to start, but really it's all about this. Hot Toys Supergirl is not so super. And this actually was super interesting. I don't know that I've ever seen this happen before, but this actually was so interesting that IGN covered it. IGN covered a Hot Toys figure because of how bad it is. The internet is upset. The internet doesn't think Hot Toys' new Supergirl figure looks anything like. I'm not sure. How do you pronounce her last name? Is it Sasha Calais? Sasha Cal? Do you guys know? I'm not sure. It doesn't look like the actress.
Calais, I think.
Is it Calais? Sasha Calais? I don't know. But when I look at the photos, I'm not overly thrilled with how this came out, right? But let's take a little bit more of a deep dive into it. I know this figure retailed for $265 on Sideshow. Like I said, if you get it on Comic Concepts, which is where I get my Hot Toys, you can get it a little bit cheaper because they don't charge tax and they also reduce the price a little bit. The base is cool, the outfit is cool, but all the discussion is on this right here. So guys, we're going to post a poll and see whether you like this or not. But Kiko, I want to start with you. You're the absolute wild card of the three. I mean, we're all pretty much wild cards here, but we got to talk about the Supergirl. We've seen some, I guess you could say vehement defenders, and we've also seen some vehement opposition to this figure. Mostly, I think opposition. I think a lot of people, there's been a lot of Tom Holland dancing memes out there, a lot of Robert Pattinson. The Tom Holland one, it made me laugh more than it should have. I'm going to be honest, but you know, there's a lot of opposition, Kiko. But fill us in on your thoughts. What do you think about this Supergirl here from Hot Toys?
Well, as you know, I think that they nailed this. I think it's fantastic. And as you know, I'm the Hot Toys fanboy that just gushes and jerks off all to these Hot Toys releases. Because that's what people accuse me of.
What a start to the show.
That's what people accuse me of on these things. They're like, I can't believe D-Bag, you know, Kiko on here. He's just sitting there just sucking on a big one from Hot Toys. I wonder,
on a big one.
I mean, people think that I'm just sitting there like just bending them over, or they're bending me over. I don't know.
I mean, you can pitch or catch. It's fine.
Yeah, it don't matter. But I say in all my comments, and correct, yeah, in all my comments and reactions to everyone else's comments, I say I am an equal opportunity shit talker. If you put shit out, I will call it. I don't care if you're InArt, who I've given a lot of crap over the past 6 months because of the way they did the batches, the hair on my Joker, and all that stuff. Not happy with them, and I've told them that. Or told everyone here that. So now it's Hot Toys' turn for me to jump off their dick and say that, you know what? This is not good. And I know over the past couple of weeks, we've had a lot of different things. I think we didn't even get a chance to talk about the reworking of the 2099 Spider-Man, but they're going to have to do something with this because I'm upset that they already stole the memes saying, wow, the No Way Home Spider-Man looking awesome, because this is a very interesting sculpt. It is not the girl, Sasha Cal, if that's how you pronounce it. Once again, I don't know. I'm sorry. But there's so many things wrong with this. This is going to be like the most rushed like figure for preview I've seen. I mean, if you go through these things, there is not a single angle that looks good. If you go back to that IGN post, you can see how the head is like lifted off the neck. Even it doesn't even fit flush like on the back of the neck. Terrible ball joints there, and there's no sheen, there's no shimmer on the costume. It's bland. And then if you look at some of like the cape, that looks like a felt cape. Now we're just waiting to talk about Moon Knight, because I think that's one of the topics as well. Possibly the best cape we've ever gotten on a figure is that Moon Knight figure, and the one they put on this literally like looked like they went to like a Michael's or a craft store, grabbed some felt and threw it on the back of this thing. It's a miss. And I don't think the eye rolling system helps at all. It's the hair is sculpted nicely. If you want, I mean, look at that. Go back to that one.
The cape.
Look at that. Look at that one with the cape. That looks terrible. That looks terrible. There's no texture. There is no like. It literally looks like felt from Hobby Lobby. It's bad. The proportions are nice, as they talk about in, I guess, the preview, like, hey, newly redefined body, blah, 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 blah. And I told you a couple of weeks ago that, yes, this was going to come. And here it is. That's not what everyone was expecting. Was I going to get this in the first place? No, I wasn't. But there's a lot of people that were really wanting a good representation of Supergirl, and that is not it right here. My favorite one, because everyone has seen, I think, the memes or the gifs or whatever of her yelling, "What did you do?" to Zod, and it's basically that reaction to Hot Toys. They're saying, Hot Toys, what did you do? Because that's what I'd like to know. I almost expect that within 24 hours, you will have some type of public statement saying we're retooling this. We've heard the feedback, because it took them, what, 3 weeks for the 2099 to get adjusted, maybe a little longer than that. But this one's so bad. If you get called out by IGN, and I'm not going to steal much more of Dean's thunder, if you get called out by IGN, you fucked up, because that is a major publication that have a lot of eyes on it. Because now, naturally, people are going to look at, okay, let me go and see what, Hot Toys is all about. They're going to drive people to that website. Yeah, they might get some more people and say, this doesn't look like their standard, their quality. And they do have a track record. Let me jump back on that dick for a second, start riding again. But they do have a good track record of some good things that have come out. There have been some fantastic sculpts, even recently. So I just think this is a miss. And maybe it's just because they were working so long on those 6 Batman suits for the Armory. Maybe that's what it was. But maybe. I don't know, man. This one's bad. So,
bro, Kiko and Dean, it looks like, honestly, bro, it looks like someone just forgot to paint it. Like it legitimately looks. Look, I'm gonna be honest. If you
where is the eye makeup, and like it looks like the brow is way too. She looks
inhuman. Like if you look, it's kind of uncanny valley. Like if you look at the right hand photo, you can see that the likeness is almost not that bad. It's the paint. The paint is fucking horrible. Like it just looks honestly like bad third party. And before I let Dean jump in,
Star Ace has entered the chat.
Yeah, this honestly, and that's kind of what I feel like this is. The reason I find this interesting is there are a couple reasons, right? Because you also look at Hot Toys clearly was banking on this movie being more financially successful than it ended up being, right? Because if you look at the Suicide Squad, they made one figure, and that was King Shark, right? And that was a fucking power pose, right? But if we're talking about a film that doesn't perform well, this film is bombing hard. It had the biggest drop off of all time for DCEU, a 72% drop off in the second weekend, and then it's not even going to make even 300 million probably. Black Adam almost made 400 million. This is going to do way worse than Black Adam. So Hot Toys is making this figure, and they know now that the film did not do well at all. So this is kind of a risk for them, but they don't want that stain on their resume, so to speak, where even IGN and people are covering how bad this is. Hot Toys has to update it now. They have to, regardless of how popular the film is. But clearly they rushed this out. There's no doubt about it. They rushed it in every sense. And they're just like, well, we'll fix it later. Just get it out there and want to get people out there. And, let me just tell you, bro, part of the reason too, maybe the reason this is on Twitter and everything like that, for the collectors who do buy these figures solely because they find them sexy, right? The character's sexy. You don't fuck with the head sculpts. If you don't get the head sculpts right, you're going to piss those type of collectors off. And that's what happened here. Not obviously, of course, I'm not painting everyone with that brush, but for the crowd that do buy, and look, more power to you if that's what you want to do. But you're going to piss those people off if you fuck up the head sculpt this badly.
Imagine being Sasha, waking up to this on your Instagram, and you'd be like, damn, they did me dirty. Yeah, they did.
They did. And I mean, honestly, look, I didn't love the film. I think that's pretty well established. But at the end of the day, I thought she was good. I liked her. Like, I thought she was good. She wasn't the problem. But Dean, I'm sorry to steal all your thunder, bro. Jump in, please.
No, I think you're actually going to be kind of surprised. I don't hate this as much as some people do. I don't think it's fantastic, especially in a world where you have sculpts like Reva from the Obi-Wan show, probably one of the best prototypes we've ever seen. And that figure has yet to come out, so we'll see if the head sculpt really comes out that good. But in terms of prototypes, they really knocked it out of the park with Reva. A lot of the Tony Stark head sculpts that we've gotten before have been fantastic, save for, I think the first Mark 85 was pretty bad. They had to send out replacements. But again, the prototype for that one was really good. So in terms of prototypes, this is very soft. It's like maybe like 60% of the way there. I think like you said, Will, like the paint isn't the best. The hair looks a little cheesy. The cape looks awful. It looks so weird in that photo. But yeah, just a little retooling, and I think they'll be there for this figure. I don't think it's as bad as some people are making it out to be. But I definitely see everyone's complaints. I think Kiko made some good points. it's just right there on the cusp of being like, okay, I see. Yeah, okay. It's just, to me, it's all very soft. And
I think
maybe
it's
it
definitely
is
from the nose up. From the nose up is where it needs to be fixed. I think
yeah, I think it's the paint or the lighting. I don't know what it is about it particularly, or it's just missing the mark for me. But this is a character that a lot of people have been excited about for a while. To finally get it into a movie, and then to now finally be getting into a figure. A lot of people are excited, and I feel like this is letting all those people down. But I think Will's 100% right. I think they don't have any other choice but to fix this. So hopefully we see that soon.
Yeah, dude, they have to, because I just feel like if they already put this out there, if the only way that these things get changed is if there's enough complaining and backlash where they have to change it.
Respectfully, right? Everybody.
Yeah, respectfully. But it's true, Dean, absolutely respectful, but you have to make your voice heard. And dude, Cyborg would never have been made if not for people saying, where's Cyborg? Where's Cyborg? Whatever. Would they have reissued the Mark 46? Maybe, but it sure didn't help that guy and everyone else was posting it on every single post, right? He was like, reissue Mark 46, and it showed up on every single one. And the outdoors was probably like, this fucking guy. Like, and they reissued it, right? So, look, you want to be respectful, but at the end of the day, it is a language that they listen to. And if IGN and the internet are covering this, then it's not good. If IGN was tracking this on social and Twitter and Facebook and whatever, and it was this loud of a complaint, that it shows that's not good. It also shows people care about the character, which is also interesting. So, people care enough for IGN to cover it. But yeah,